All right, let's do this. Welcome one, welcome all to The Chronic Atheist, the podcast where a manic depressive atheist talks about life, the universe, chronic illness, mental health, life, the universe, and some other damn thing. A product of Mayhem and Foolishness Productions, www.mayhemandfoolishnessproductions.com, because I decided I wanted the longest and least convenient URL possible. The Chronic Atheist springs from the slightly, but we hope charmingly, demented mind of Junkshop from the Junkshop Library YouTube channel and various assorted endeavors, is the product of entirely amateur output and no, let me underline that again, no professional qualifications whatsoever. None of the content herein should be, is, or should be intended to be taken. Fuck it. Don't take any of this shit seriously or medically, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. In related news to the last statement, this is not a family-friendly broadcast. The explicit tag is there for a reason. Blanket content warning, as always, for mental health and chronic illness content, and on occasion, fairly liberal amount of foul language. Oh, you're still here. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that intro again. I tried to record it once already. I crashed and burned through a haze of brain fog. Had to redo it, and now here we are, 2 minutes and 7 seconds in, and I still haven't gotten to any actual content. Welcome. Y'all know me by now. Heaven help us, why are you here? Okay. Today is Tuesday, February 15th. As the bulk of you who are listening to this likely know at this point, a week and a few days ago, on Thursday, February the 3rd, the year of our Lord 2022, I experienced a vastly unpleasant bout of encephalopathy. That's what the diagnosis was. Come to find out, after a little reading and research and some poking around in the bowels of the Mayo Clinic's website, encephalopathy is an extravagantly broad term. It essentially means bad brain shit and refers to an aberrant mental state brought on by some physical cause. It's a very polite, doctory way of saying it's not just all in your head, except that, it kind of is, because it's your fucking brain, dude. Encephalopathy, come to find out, can be caused by an absolute host of things. It can be caused by liver disease. It can be caused by brain trauma, like physical, like bang, bang, pow. Whack your head too hard. Brain trauma. It can be caused by inflammation. It can be caused by, it could be smugglers. It could be... My bout with it that happened on Thursday the 3rd led to me being wheeled out of my place of employment on a gurney. I frightened my wife, I frightened HR, I disconcerted the very nice and helpful but very firm EMTs. They rushed me to the nearest hospital our insurance would allow me to go to. Shout out to the American healthcare system. Up yours. I spent the next few hours deep in a very frightening period of dissociation and brain fog, during which I could not identify faces, nor follow simple conversations, nor, at the depths of it, interpret the English language when spoken correctly. If you want more details, make sure and check out the last episode of the podcast, which, if memory serves, is titled something like Once More Into the Breach. I'm not entirely certain I got that phrase correct, nor spelt breach correctly for that context, but I do not have the spoons to go back and edit that kind of crap at this point. Anyway, I had a follow-up appointment today, this morning, the morning of the 15th, with my neurologist. I'm going to wait for you to properly bait your breath. I did remember to cover the not for children, not family friendly, right? Don't smoke, kids. It's stupid. Even if it's just tobacco like me, it's not good for you. Ass is covered, ass is covered. Anyway. Had an appointment this morning with my neurologist. My neurologist performed the same quick battery of physical, did you just have a major stroke tests that I've become so very familiar with. Squeeze both of my hands at the same time with both hands individually. You know, can you feel this knee? Can you feel that knee? How's your reflexes, Johnny? I have a little rubber hammer. The long and the short of it is, my neurologist is not immensely concerned. I was given medical direction to do two things. You ready? Of course you are. Pause for coffee. It's 11:15. It's porter. It's not coffee. But it's a good catchphrase. I'm going to stick with it. So, I was given medical direction to do two things. One, do not take your daily aspirin. Okay, I have not in my life taken daily aspirin. I'm of an age now where I probably should start looking into that, but I'm now under doctor's orders not to, so fuck it. My second bit of medical and professional advice from, and this is not some quack fly-by-night, okay? This is an actual, real, honest-to-God neurologist, long on the staff of an honest-to-God hospital. I mean, this is... Mama didn't raise no stupid children. My second piece of medical advice was to go out, live my life, and enjoy. As an old friend of mine was wont to say, hello, please. I mean, don't get me wrong. When Godless Granny says, live your life, I take it to heart, and it's comforting. But when a high-priced medical professional tells you, just go live your life, it really only hits two ways. One is, while you can. And the other is, you fucking hypochondriac. And so I'm stuck. I'm in an annoyed and annoying breed of limbo. Mentally. I'm gesturing at my head as though I were on camera, which I am not, in fact. Because, come to find out, I don't have some dread secret of neurology. I don't have Fluzzel-Flotzes syndrome. I don't have, as far as the tests and the nurses and the multitude of doctors and the battalion of big giant machines can tell, any syndrome. I didn't have a stroke. I didn't have a bleed. I don't have a tumor. I don't have any of the... My liver is clean. How? We'll never know, but apparently it is. Thanks be to, I don't know, fucking Dionysus. I don't know. As far as the tests can tell, I'm fine. Except for when I'm not. Except for a catastrophic failure of the brain 10 days ago that rendered me incapable of differentiating faces, physiques, and voices, and incapable of properly interpreting language. Except for that, that little bubble, that instance, that moth's breath on the sands of time. Other than that, I'm okay. Will it happen again? We don't know. How do we forestall it? We don't know. What made it happen the first go-round? We don't know. Will it happen again? We don't know. Go live your life. Well, so what can you do? My appointment was first thing this morning. I got that interesting little bit of medical recommendation. I came home, filled up my coffee cup, I smoked a cigarette, I went to the bathroom, I went to work. I worked the rest of my day. I got off, I ran some errands, I came home, I watched TV, I chatted with my wife. I mean, like, what else are you going to fucking do? I don't want to obsess about this event of February the 3rd. I don't want it to define me. It's never... I mean, those of you who know some more in-depth of the Greater Junkshop Library backstory know that this is not necessarily the first time my brain has run shrieking off into the night and left me panting alone behind it, but this is a little different from my previous experiences. In a lot of ways, I may do an episode at some point enumerating those. I may not. I don't know how. You know, you can stand there with your hand on high and preach for mental health discussion normalization, but that it's hard to talk about. I don't. Y'all? Ladies, gentlemen, brethren, sistren, otheren, puppies and kittens, I don't... Y'all? I don't know what to fucking do. I can't... I mean, I intellectually, I understand that I cannot wander around in terror for the rest of my life, however much or little that ends up being, in terror that this will happen again. I understand that that is not a way... I mean, I am not a squirrel. I am not a dragonfly. I'm not a minnow. I'm a fucking human being. This is not an organism that has evolved to be constantly at the height of the fight or flight response. It will kill us. Our cardiovascular system cannot take it. I know. In my heart of hearts, in my chronically disturbed gut, I know, I feel, I understand that I cannot creep around, tiptoeing on eggshells, nervous as a mouse in a cat factory, scared shitless that this is going to happen again for the rest of my life. I know that. I get that. But y'all, what? Thank you for your contribution. What the fuck else am I going to do? Go enjoy your life. Well, thank you, doctor. I appreciate the sentiment, and I thank you for the vote of confidence, I guess. But oh my God, fucking how? Just go. Live your life. How? I can't go down to the pharmacy and pick up my doctor-prescribed bottle of Live Your Life. I can't resign myself to my daily injection of Live Your Life. I can't campaign online or at City Hall for a government mandate on lower prices of the life-saving live your life. I'm just supposed to fucking go? Jam the key back in and crank it around to the left? And just chinga, chinga, chinga off into the night? Live your life. I wonder... I also know that I can't sit around pondering them bodies forever. I can't. But what do I do? How do I... I've gotten medical advice I didn't like, understand, or agree with before. You shouldn't smoke cigarettes. I know. You should probably drink a little less alcohol. I know. You should work out more. I know. You shouldn't drink so much fucking coffee. I know! But here's the door. Enjoy? I mean, at one level, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I never am required to set foot in another hospital again as long as I live, I will already have wasted too much time there. Between my health issues and those of some others who are dear to me, I spent an inordinate proportion of my childhood in hospitals. And if I never darken the doors of one again, it will be too soon. So I'm glad that I have not been recommended, to make a Tuesday morning visit to such an institution a regular part of my existence from now till the cows come home. But live your life? Excuse the fuck out of me, what? Motherfucker, what? Say live your life one more goddamn time. I've mentioned that this idiosyncratic little podcast is a form of therapy for me. It's, if not a form of therapy, it is therapeutic for me, and I hope that it is for other people who find themselves in similar circumstances. And I know everybody's heard stupid shit from well-meaning people, whether medical professionals or randos on Twitter. Allison's bird memes are a thing for a reason. We've all heard that ridiculous shit. Yes, I know. Drink more water. Yes, I know. No, I'm not gonna try CBD for this. Go to hell. You're not a doctor. John Jones 3985272. But what madness is this? Go live your life. Like, sorry to hear it. Sorry to hear it, Junkshop. I know it was an unpleasant experience. But the long and the short of it is, nobody has any fucking clue what happened. Or whether it will happen again. Ugh. Annoyed am I. Annoyed am I. And afraid. And I do not know what to do. I think that's all I've got for this episode. I know it was kind of a long walk for not a big payoff. I had really hoped I was going to have a big cathartic experience to relay to you. News that required rejoicing or commiseration. I was hoping for rejoicing. But I understood that the other option was entirely possible. But I was not prepared for this. He really was not. I was aware that I was not fully prepared for all of the contingencies. But I was not prepared for such a something so banal, pedestrian, commonplace, boring. I was not prepared for, we don't know. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. No preventative measures need be taken because we don't fucking know. I did not see that shit coming. I am in virtually equal proportions relieved and terrified. And I do not know what to do. Further updates, as updates are available, relevant, what have you. If there's one thing you know, it's that there is going to be something. There's always something where Ol Junkshop's brain is involved. There is always more joy awaiting. But until then, everybody take care. Be safe. Stand against hate. And God damn it. As a very, very wise friend of mine once told me, sometimes all you can do is just just fly the fucking plane. Cheers.